Well, obviously I was born and bred into a winemaking family in Coonawarra. During vintage, well, all year round, we used to as kids, spend time in the vineyard and time in the winery. I remember as a kid going to the winery during vintage and just loving the smell of the vintage in the winery, and that sort of, I was probably 5 or 6 years old and decided that looked a really good idea just because I loved the smells and the excitement of vintage. I studied winemaking at Roseworthy, then I did a couple of years working in McLaren Vale and then a couple of years overseas, and I've been back making the wine at Redman since 1981. My father always said to me, you need to get out and make your mistakes somewhere else, so that was a good way of, as he put it, making mistakes. But it was good to get a bit of a grounding in other regions because, as I said, I'd lived all my life in Coonawarra, so it was nice to see what happened in other regions. It was a lot smaller industry then. I guess in the 70s, if you didn't know everyone personally in the wine industry, you certainly knew of them. 250 wineries odd in 1970s, and 2023, 2,500 odd, probably 300 or 400 either way. So there's a lot of people now that we don't know in the wine industry. It's grown to be an industry rather than a very small cottage industry back in the 70s. I guess that's been the biggest change.